We're live.
Yeah.
Live. Up, everybody.
Oh,
Should be for a fun and interesting evening, afternoon, depending on where you're located. I'd like to thank James for joining me for this, and Dwayne, Mothership Products, for being our host. Now, I know that Heather said that she had some stuff. Now, is that what you're going off of? What she had written up, or is she planning on jumping in here at any point?
No. Heather is very biased, so it wouldn't work.
Just a little.
So, I'm supposed to be an unbiased moderator, right? So it wouldn't work if she came in. But she gave me some points that she was thinking, that we could talk about. She not what points exactly each one of you is going to say, but and these are very broad topics, so you can kind of go at your rim with, or however you want on these. The way I have it set up right now, guys, I'll tell everybody. I've already told you to. I have about 5 topics. I have a timer here. We'll give you each 3 minutes, one at a time. None of this talking over each other bullshit. You'll have your chance to speak.
I'm the only one that can mute mics here. No.
Yeah, I know. That's my problem. But I'll give you each 3 minutes to talk your point, and then I'll give the whoever I started with, they'll get an extra minute to counterpoint, and then we'll switch the next question. We'll start with the other person. So kind of try and keep it as fair as we can. But
and just so everybody in chat knows, this is purely fun. Have a good time. And the reason I decided to do this is because everybody's like, "Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about politics." And I'm like, shit, let's have a show talking about politics.
Yeah, that's how all the shows they go into. No, can't do it on my channel. No, can't do it on my channel. I said, why not?
Right.
Well, and ultimately, I know what Tommy wants to portray in this whole thing is he can be a Republican. Whoops, I guess it's backwards. He can be a Republican and he can be a Democrat and argue their asses off, but at the end, they're still friends.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't need to be deal breakers between people. Opinions are heartfelt, but ultimately, the same person that started this show is the same person that ends the show.
Absolutely. And people, I'm sure people have seen me and James before topics come up.
Oh yeah. I've seen you banter a bit.
It's never turned into I ain't talking anymore. You're an asshole. I'm blocking you from my channel.
well, you are, but no. Okay, no one hear me talk.
They're both assholes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, ultimately, this is for fun. People in the chat, you guys can put in your thoughts on things, but try and keep it. I was going to put in a good, clean debate. No below the belt jabs, no talking about each other's families or sexual orientation or anything weird like that. We want to be friends at the end. So same with the people in the chat. We want to, you can voice your opinions and root on your proponent here, but ultimately we don't want to really offend anybody.
Keep it respectful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Keep it respectful.
America, yeah.
Of course, Dad's Vintage Garage. Of course, you can turn it into a drinking game. In fact, if you want to tell me what the trip word is, I'll say it a couple of times just so you have to drink. I'm just saying.
I was going to give you a trip word, but then I got high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yeah, I got you. You'll remember it at the end of the show.
It's doubtful.
We'll wait a few more minutes. We got about 17 people in. So
yeah, I was showing you guys earlier before we started all these different flyers. I got like 8 of them in the mail on one day.
How many?
This was all on one day.
Oh my gosh!
And the ironic thing is, I'm a registered Democrat. And
right.
These are all Republican parties sent to.
Well, they're trying to change your mind, man.
Yeah. See, and it is because we get the same amount a couple times a week, but we're getting all the Democratic flyers, and the whole house is registered Republican.
And see, what's weird is Heather gets things for Arizona, which is where she was born. She lived there about 3 months, and then they moved, and she's never been back. But she keeps getting things for Arizona delegates and such under the name Kevin. And she's told them multiple times, I'm not Kevin. I'm not from Arizona. It's just crazy.
Well, while we're waiting here, I want to go through. I just want to say hi to everybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
That was great. And we had Rebecca, the Flip Recruiters, in here. She was the very first one. I know she's been looking forward to this. Craig Landshark Picker, thanks for joining us. We got Pittsburgh, Anthony. What else we got here? Kelly Picker, that guy. I don't know. He's bad news.
Yeah. Don't know about him.
No Money G's in the house.
Craig.
Okay.
There we go. Castlevania reseller Mel. Thanks for coming in, Mel. We got Barbara Bustamante.
Bustamante.
Bustamante. Okay. Thank you for joining us. JRKR. She's right here in our home state of Wisconsin. Dad's Vintage Garage. John, thank you for coming in. Please do not do a dog, horse, pony show. No, it's going to be more.
I don't think either one of these could be donkey. I mean, the horse's asses, but they could be the whole donkey or pony or horse or whatever, you know.
Depends on who gets hungry and what we want to barbecue, but yeah.
Right, exactly.
Got Destiny. I didn't know if she was going to make it. She was taking a snooze. We both laid down earlier. And Cops 101. Thank you for coming in. He says, oh, no, not political stuff. Yes, that's what this whole show is.
It is. It's all about Oh, and by the way, I am neither a Democrat nor a Republican. I am unbiased, so my questions that I offer up will be unbiased to who, you know, I don't care who says what about them. So,
Summers 422, thank you for coming in. That's a new name for me.
Just me, Kathy.
Summers has been in the reseller community, different chats. So yeah.
See, I've faded off of YouTube as far as, you know, I do a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a lot of in chat because I'm doing other things. I have it in the back.
He's a stalker.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am. KJ, thank you for coming in.
KJ, she's out of Pittsburgh. That's where we went to the meetup.
I know who KJ. I know KJ.
Yeah, she needs a wrench. Matter of fact, yeah.
I so lack on that too.
If you have enough left, I don't know. You better check.
I know she needs one. I know Tim needs one. Tim, thanks for coming in.
Tim,
Just Me, Kathy. Good to see you. I love seeing Just Me, Kathy. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody,
woohoo! And I'm going to go grab a little refresher here.
All right,
check on the rest of them.
I even have an intro all set up for you guys. So,
all right. Well, we're gonna.
No, I actually gave a little bit of thought about this, guys. I know, you know, it's gonna be a crazy shit show, but hey, I thought about it.
It'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Cajun reseller. Good evening.
Hey, Chris, how you doing
here? No, it should be fun.
Yeah, I was gonna do some thinking about it and do like a little nice background how you did it, but then I got high. So
yeah, again, you'll remember it sooner or later. Yeah, exactly, Craig. Meaning refill the bowl. That I think he actually meant to get a little refill on his glass, but he'll refill the bowl, I'm sure.
No, it's not Jack Daniels. I'm being very, very bad and having soda. I've quit soda for over a month now.
Oh,
and then now, so let's see. Today is day 10 plus. No cigarettes for the last 10 days.
Congrats, man. That's good.
Yeah.
It's hard. I've quit several times over my years, but I am currently quit for quite a while.
It has been very difficult in the past. Yeah. I've quit many times, and some for a prolonged amount of time. But this time was extremely easy, and I did it cold turkey. So yeah,
basically, it said if you don't quit, you're not going to be around.
I had a plan. I had a goal, and yeah, I had something at the end of the
That's
time.
good, man. I mean, whatever it takes to get you those points, because
And let me turn off my camera here for a moment while I
All right.
take care of something. But
yeah. I know that I really need to quit smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my doctors even say my lungs, they can't tell that I've been smoking since I've been like 14, 15 years old. I'm 48 now. They say my lungs sound super clear. But I sit there and think of all the other things I could do with the money.
Oh, yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Back when they were $1 a pack, that's no big deal. But, I remember my dad buying cartons for $99, and now, shit, they're damn near $9 a pack, depending on what you're smoking.
when I started smoking, I mean, I was junior high school, so I was scraping change. I was buying Durrells. Does anybody remember Durrell brand?
Oh, yes, Durrell. Ooh.
91 cents a pack, boy.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the deal.
Well, when I was in the Army, I remember in North Carolina, Raleigh, Durham, in that area, it was like 85 cents a pack for the good ones.
Yep.
Someone was asking, them flipping crooters. You're asking about my fingers. These were caused by a rare disease caused by smoking cigarettes. And ironically, it's extremely rare. 100,000, something like that. I was talking on Dez's channel last night, and with Kimmy,
borderline hoarders.
Yep.
She has the same disease as I.
Yep.
Found it.
You guys are special.
Last night, yeah. Pretty freaking. Yeah, we're on the special bus.
Yeah, not in a good way, but you guys are special.
Yeah.
Seeing Jennifer.
24 people. What do you want to start this, Mr. Tommy?
Whenever. I just want to say hello to Jennifer. Thanks for coming in.
And she came in and called us names. She called us all gentlemen. What the hell?
All right.
She's got some rose-colored glasses.
You can tell it's early in the show, huh? Well, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Dwayne.
And before you start, I don't know what it's like over there, but we have snow flurries.
Oh no, we're good. It's pretty warm here.
I seen that earlier. Michigan was getting snow flurries. Oh, I seen it when I was watching the Michigan Trump rally.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
good segue, man. That was great. I like
it was actually quite funny because in the nicest way, he was trying to bitch about how cold and windy it was there today.
Yeah. Changed in a flash.
Mm-hmm. But on a good note, before we get started, this week, you should probably be getting about the same. We're supposed to be hitting the 60s.
Yeah, this next week. That's what I'm hoping. That way I can get out and get some groceries because, the cold hurt me.
Aunt Kelly is in the house. She says heat wave, 94 degrees. Man, would that be nice?
94?
That's nuts.
Wow. I'd love it. I would love it.
I don't know. In October? November now. I mean, that's very warm. So cool.
All right. It's all you, Dwayne.
Oh, yeah. You ready, huh?
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to do here. All right. In the red corner. This is here. Shit. Damn it. I hate this. Up there.
I'm red. See,
weighing in for Trump-Pence, champion of the elephant, and from the land of beer and cheese, the bargain effect.
Ooh.
And in the red corner, the blue corner, not two reds here, blue corner. Weighing in for Biden and Harris, champion of the donkey, transplanted into the mitten state of Michigan, the Cali Picker.
Here we go.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, like I said, guys, try and keep it at least a little bit civil. We don't really want to throw fights over the screen here. No talking about each other's families. That's a little low blow. So,
I figured with two red corners, it was a win-win.
Yeah. So, all right. So again, the way I don't know if everybody heard, but the way I'm going to run this is I'm going to start with one of the two. Give them 3 minutes to talk about the subject. Then give the other person 3 minutes, and then give the first person 1 minute to counterpoint. And then the next question will switch to the other person start, so they get the counterpoint minute. So try and keep it as fair as possible. You all in the chat can do all your fact checking that you want. because it really doesn't matter. These guys don't know all the facts and they don't care. They're just going to talk about what they think and how they think about it. So let's see. Which one should we go with first? Mr. George Orwell or Trump extraordinaire? Let's go with Tommy first. We'll let Tommy start it out. All right, Tommy. I want you to talk a little bit about COVID-19 and how it was handled and how it could be handled better.
How it could be handled better. How it was handled. Okay. As far as COVID, I honestly feel a lot of it, I will acknowledge, real virus. There's real deaths from it. But honestly, I think COVID's a lot of bullshit. I think it's an election virus. And I think they're using it to install fear into people and to see how fast and how easy it is to make people complacent.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the numbers, I mean, I look at our numbers here in our state and I follow it on our health department's page and whatever. A lot of our numbers are such bullshit in how they're collecting it. You know, viruses, if I go get tested and I come back positive and then I go get tested again later in the week by my doctor to either verify or see if I've passed it, that's another positive. I think the numbers are so blown up to install this fear, and the CDC has made how many errors that they have acknowledged in counting the virus numbers and double counting, triple counting. Oh, we made mistakes. There was thousands of ones virus counted that shouldn't have been. There was false positives, and so I think a lot of the COVID hype is fear mongering, and just like I say, a way to see if they can gain control, get people to be fearful. Could it have been handled better? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I know it kind of seemed to blindside everybody. As far as the whole mask thing, that's the thing in Wisconsin. Oh, we can corner the curb if everybody would just wear a mask. Well, we've been wearing masks since May. It hasn't done nothing. Our numbers are going up, and then they blame it on the ones that aren't wearing a mask. But hey, if your mask works, if I don't wear one, what does it matter? You know,
right?
I believe that we should take care of the people that are at high risk. You know, use concerns, be precautious with them. I don't think shutting everything down, locking yourself in your house, not spending holidays with your family is the way to do it. I'm actually pretty good with that.
And there it is. All right. Let me switch over to the Democratic defender there. All right, same question, James.
What?
COVID, and what do you think could have been done better? What do you feel about it? Do you think the administration did a good job, or what would you have done differently?
Well, as you thought from my mask, it's COVID 1984.
Mm-hmm.
When this first came out, I thought this is a little bit George Orwellian. It's a little bit over the top, and who the hell are you to tell me what to do? I'm a free person in my free democratic country. I'll do what I damn well please. I know my rights. But then, you know, I went into a facility, had my leg cut off, and went into I was supposed to have recovery in the VA, but they were shut down and quarantined because of the flu just before COVID. So they threw me into this nursing facility who was a hotspot for COVID. And I saw people die. And I saw people all around me falling ill. And it was now you can see it was about viral loads and susceptibility to certain people. This is real. What can be done differently? Who knows? It is something completely new. Wearing a mask, will that offer protection? Probably 0.001% protection. But you know what? It's better than nothing. What can we do right now? Probably not a damn thing. And eventually everybody's going to get it. So the only thing that we can do is separation and be vigilant about contact. Right now, I think, they have numbers that are spiking. You're talking about the testing. Well, yeah, more people are being tested. So you're going to have more tests positive. Well, yeah, but that means the people are positive. Not only those numbers are spiking, and we're in a third wave. We're not in a second wave. People are saying, well, it's second wave. No, we're in a third wave already. First one was in February, March, when it first happened. And then again in July and August when it spiked again. And then it curved back down, and then in September, and then boom, we're going back up. Mm-hmm. So right now, it's all about not only those numbers are spiking, but death rates are spiking as well.
Right.
And it is this is not going to be going away. This is going to be around with us for quite a while. We're going to have flu shots as well as COVID shots each year. And It's something that we have to do it. What could have been done differently? I think it should have been more listening to our leaders and to the doctors about separation and quarantine and keeping things sanitary. So there you go.
All right, very good. All right, Tommy, you got any counterpoints to that? You got a minute to debunk anything he said that you felt was incorrect, or we can move on.
No, I gotta say I agree with him on most bases, except for the separation. If we're all bound to get it at some point, then I guess I'm leading towards the herd immunity. Then let's all get it and get it out of the way, because whether you're at risk of getting it now and dying, or getting it 2 years from now and dying, why live them 2 years in fear that you're going to get it? Get it? I mean, that's just my personal attitude.
Okay.
If COVID's going to get me and I'm going to die, then let's hurry up and challenge COVID quick and see what happens, so I don't live the next 2 years in fear.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. All right, so number 2 question. Back to James. James.
How about my response to that is rebuttal?
No, you don't get to rebut. You get to rebut. You get the extra minute on this one.
Okay.
So, all right. So the second one is going to be a big one here. The economy. The economy is, of course, one of the major points that everybody always wants to talk about during a presidential election. What do you feel your party will do better than the Republican Party during it to help the economy bounce back from the COVID downset?
Well, I think in response to those numbers of people getting COVID, I think what will happen is they should do it in a controlled fashion, and that's how they're doing it. They're looking at bed facility availabilities and then determining, can we handle that? Now, on to this question, I would say with the economy, best thing with the economy is we're screwed, no matter what. The powers that be, a Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter who's in there. The economy is its own beast. Right now, the dollar is overinflated. We're right now, I think, at negative interest, almost at negative interest rates. And when it gets to negative interest rate, it's going to get extremely ugly. You're already seeing services and things increasing in prices. So it doesn't matter who's going to be in there. Right now, it's smart investors going to get certain things like Bitcoin, silver, gold, other currencies, and not the dollar. So who can do it better? None of them. They're all out for themselves. I believe Trump is a greedy little bastard, and who's going to get his money? I think Biden's a greedy little bastard. He's going to get his money, and it doesn't matter. They're just going to go out for themselves. But who can do better, economy-wise? Neither of them.
But who do you feel, or what do you feel can boost the economy? What can the administration do?
Boost the economy is electing Andrew Yang in 2024.
Whoa, that's out of left field.
No. That he is going to keep an eye out for that name, Andrew Yang. He is an extremely intelligent economist, Democrat that is a brand new face and has some great ideas and will bring us to a better place that America needs to be.
Okay.
Done.
Before going your time, the rest of it?
Yeah.
All right, Tommy, what do you have to say about all that good gobbledygook and Mr. Yang and all that he said?
I don't know anything about a Mr. Yang. I'll have to Google that later on after the show and find out who Mr. Yang is.
Okay.
I will say, I know James is very knowledgeable in a lot of things, and there's things that I've caught him talk about in other shows, and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? And looked it up, and it made sense what he was saying. But as far as the economy, who could do better? Well, I don't think Biden's whole shut it down, lock it down is going to help the economy at all. I fully believe that we need to open it up. I'm in small town America here. I'm watching places shut down to never reopen again because they can't pay their bills if they don't have customers coming in the door. And people need to work. People, they need to work. My landlord doesn't care if there's a virus. My landlord wants her rent. I can't say, yeah, well, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be a reseller. I make my money. I don't have to go out to work. But if I was working a job and my place is shut down, she don't care. She wants her money. She's not going to say, I'm going to wait on this stimulus check. I'll tell you that. I know my landlord. So it needs to open up. Whoever's going to open it up, I don't believe the Biden-Harris administration. They're gonna lock us down. I think we're going to be like locked down, house arrest style. So the only way to get the economy going in any sort of direction is get it moving and get some money rolling and let people make some money, let people spend some money. How else is it going to get any better?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all you got? You're going to give up a whole minute talking about the economy?
That's like I say, I'm not an expert in any of these fields, but
nobody is. Oh, never mind.
You don't have an economy if nobody's working. Nobody has money to spend. Nobody has money to make. To me, it's a pretty simple. I know there's big behind the scenes shit that goes on with economy and all that. I'm not good with all that. I just know if nobody's working and nobody's spending, the economy's going to take a dump.
Makes sense. All right, James. Now your 1 minute counterpoint. What do you got for us?
Yeah, the economy and shutting it down. We're going to be shut down. Is that going to be good for the economy? No, it's not about being good for the economy. It's about becoming surviving. This is a deadly disease. We can't get overwhelmed with the hospitals. If there's no beds available in the ICU unit or wards, we're screwed. So that's why it's a controlled thing with that. Now with the economy, again, there's nothing that they can really do that's going to help with the economy. Taxes, no taxes, programs. It's not about making money right now. It's not about being a capitalist country. We need compassion and helping people that are freaking dying and that are sick. And with people that can't pay their rent and landlords that can't pay their mortgages even because nobody can pay anything. There is no money flowing. That goes all back to the stimulus package programs that should have been passed by both of them, Democrats and Republicans, arguing about language. It's in a freaking bill. Just get it passed. Just do it. They could have done it with executive orders as well. And Trump could have even done it with the monies that were left over from the first stimulus package that are sitting there by the states that they haven't even used that money. 800 and some odd billion that are sitting there. It's not even being spent.
Gotcha. Okay.
Both of them. I think Democrat or Republican, who's ever in office, needs to get out and have new blood be put in.
Very well. All right, so back to you, Tommy. This is your you're going to go to you on immigration. So, what's the Republican view on immigration? Are you for open borders, a big old wall? What do you got for us?
I am for the wall, but I'm not against immigration. I feel if you want to be part of the United States and you want to contribute to the United States and you want to come here and apply and do it legally, more than welcoming. But as far as sneaking over and working for cash and being able to vote in our government that you're not even a citizen of, no, I'm totally against it. You're going to come here, you're going to cross our borders, you're going to make the money, you're going to send it back out of the country to your families in your poor countries and impede on our jobs, take our money out of the country. And I totally support anybody that wants to come here from any country. I don't care where it's from. If you want to be a citizen, but don't just come here and use our services, take advantage of our handouts, take the jobs and not contribute anything back.
So do you feel that the process to become a legal citizen can take up to 10 years here? Do you think that needs to be streamlined and vetted better so that people can become citizens, become actual contributing, Americans? Or do you feel that it should stay the way it is because you want to make sure that the people that do qualify as citizens are, put forth that much effort to become a citizen?
I think it could be streamlined some, definitely. I mean, 10 years is a long time to really show somebody that you want to be part of what they have to offer. If we could get that down, cut it in half, which I think would be a big step. 5 years. If somebody's willing to come over here and show and work that, I want to be part of this great country you have here and do what they need to do and take the legal channels, I'd be all for that. I don't think lengthening it, and I think 10 years is a long time.
So you are pro wall, but you are pro immigration, legal immigration.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There's the proper way to do it, and I'm all for it. I'm not denying anybody that wants to come to America to make their life better, because we offer a lot over other countries as far as life improvement, and I'd be more than welcoming to anybody, but go through the proper channels, do it legal.
Okay. All right, James, what do you think about the same problem or the same question of immigration, the wall, legal immigration? What do you feel that your party brings to the table regarding that?
Well, the wall, I think, I don't think it needs to be there, and I think Mexico will build it because they're going to try to keep us out. I want to be able to get down there to spend some time in the Yucatan, and I can't get down there because of the restrictions. It's a lot safer down in Mexico right now. But immigration, Reagan, Bush, Daddy, they had programs for, come on over. We need your workers. We need the workers here. Sure, make money here, earn money, pay taxes, send the money wherever else you want it. You want to spend it here, great. If you want to send it home, that's up to you. You earn the money. You paid taxes, so fine. That's good. Should it be shorter than what it is? No. There's a reason why it needs to be a certain time. You need to vet them out. You need to, and it's not only just learning something, learning a quiz. How many presidents are there? Who did this? What happened on this date? No, it's about assimilating and becoming an American citizen. And it used to be, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. And it's not now. Now give us your huddled masses only if you have $400,000 to have in a bank account. That's the quick way of getting a green card and a citizenship. Does it need to be overhauled? Yeah, differently. Should it be restricted? Certainly, because it is what this world is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Should it have shitty rhetoric? Sorry about that. Bad rhetoric with these people coming from Mexico are murderers and rapists and drug dealers. I mean, it's a lot of fear tactics, and that is unnecessary.
Very true. I agree with you on that. I agree with both of you. You both were very well versed on that. You basically both said the same thing, pretty close.
Well, and I used to live in California, in Los Angeles. I grew up in Los Angeles, so I saw it on the front lines. Even being in San Diego with, and it's unnecessary for California. The amount of work and labor that's needed, the workers are needed. The industry would fail. The agricultural industry would fail without the immigrant workers, period.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right, Tommy, you got a minute to rebuff anything he said that you didn't agree with?
They're really, I don't know, I'm just kind of standing at my stance of, if you want to come and do it legally, do it legally. I do think it needs to be overhauled. Things need to change. As far as we need their workers, like we don't have any people. No, I don't agree with that. I think we have many, many Americans that could use the jobs that they're filling.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. James. Recently, we've had a major outbreak of race riots and violence and protests. What does the Democratic Party have that can help with that? Or is it a necessary evil to promote change? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't think the Democratic Party has anything special or corner the market on race, and it's nor the Republicans. I think one individual as president is shameful on the way he speaks about race. He says he's not racist, but then things that he says is very suspect, and it does not help. If you're not going to help, don't hinder it. So.
Mm-hmm.
We just, back to Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? Well, what the hell is wrong with people? You see all the things that are going on, the riots in the different cities, and it's not like that elsewhere in other parts of the world. That's why I would like to get the hell out of here and move down to Mexico because it is safer. At least for the wintertime, because I don't like snow flurries.
Right.
That's it's like a box of chocolate, and that's all I got to say on that.
All right. Tommy, what do you have to say about race riots and violence in the streets, and what the Republican stance is on that?
Personally, I'm tired of hearing about the riots and the peaceful protests that obviously never end peaceful. They might start peaceful. They never end peaceful. I do believe that the Democratic Party is behind inciting a lot of it. I think they have been since Michelle and Obama were in office. I mean, we were at a pretty good stand. Everything. I mean, there was always problems, but I think they came in. They incited a lot of race hatred. They incited a lot of police hatred, and it's just been getting worse. I think they're capitalizing on that. Most of the places that are having where all this is going on and it's allowed to go on is Democratic ran cities and states I know that firsthand with our governor. We have Evers. He's Democrat. He doesn't do nothing to try to stop it. He even gets on and endorses it. He's an idiot. He gets on. He endorses it. He, federal assistance was willing to come in when we had the whole incident in Kenosha. Evers shut it down, rejected it, then let a handful of National Guard come in when it should have just been stopped, just like that. And the Athena and all that's all backed and funded. There's documents, there's proof that it's all democratically funded. I'm tired of it. I mean, seriously, I wished he'd come to our small town with their peaceful protests, because it ain't gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. So, and Trump, I don't believe Trump is racist. If Trump is racist, then he's more business than he is racist, because for somebody that's racist, he sure is going out of his way to help the people that he's supposedly racist against.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually good with that.
Okay. All right, James. I saw you chuckling over there. I think you're going to have some counterpoints here. Let's hear them.
Well, I don't think Trump, is Trump a racist? I don't know if he's a racist. I think he's just a narcissist. He hates everybody. He doesn't leave anybody out. He is out for himself. He's greedy. He wants to make more money, and hell to high water, he'll cut anybody down that stands in his way. And, that's not the type of person we need to run a country. And I forgot even what our question was. Race. Yeah, it's, we need more compassion. We don't have that. We need more morals, more compassion back in politics. We've lacked that for a long, long time.
I agree with you there. I think compassion has kind of gone by the wayside. All right, let's see. Who are we on? We have, I think, James, you get the last question. My question is, talk a little bit about the leadership of your party and why Biden and Harris would make a better fit for the country.
I think they have a more of a plan of going forward. Trump is a little bit, he's a shoot from the hip type person that has no direction. And, whether you like him or dislike him, you got to give him that. He has no idea where he's going. Whereas the Democratic Party, Biden and Trump, they're both old, and I don't think they'll make it past 4 years. But the Democratic Party has a lot of new blood coming in. Need to get Nancy Pelosi out. Jeez, that dinosaur is gone. But there's a lot of new blood coming in, and they have vision about where to take the country with whether you like it or not. Right now, we need more compassion. We need more sympathy and programs to help with people getting back on their feet. All these small businesses that have failed and are failing because of COVID. No matter who's in charge, we're going to be shut down, and people need help. We need programs, and it's a socialist type programs that are going to be necessary, just like after and before World War II, where you had to have social programs, like the New Deal with Roosevelt, to get things going again. And if we don't have something like that, we're going to go into a depression. And that's going to be really scary without any other work. On top of COVID and a depression, very scary situation.
Very good. Is that all you have?
Yep.
All right. What's that?
That's all I got.
Okay. All right, Tommy. Your go. What do you think about the leadership of your party and why your party would do a better job of running our country?
Well, I think that's pretty simple, especially if you're talking. First of all, we all know it's not going to be a Biden administration. We all know it's going to be a Harris administration. But Biden is just a transition guy, for whatever reason they picked him. I mean, he doesn't even know he's running for president half the time. So if he doesn't know he's running for president, how is he going to run the country? I mean, he's got gaffe after gaffe after gaffe. I mean, you let him talk enough, and he shoots himself in the foot. And Trump's running the country like a business. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. And I think we need to get rid of a lot of the politician-minded thinking that's screwing everything up. James looks like he's turning red. But I totally forgot where I was at.
Wow, he derailed you that quick, huh?
Yeah. But Trump, and it's, James says he don't think either one's going to make it past for you. I think Trump's I look at him, aside from whether president, I look at him in amazement. I'm like, man, if I'm 74 years old and I have that much spunk and that much energy, I'll be happy. If he's on something that's giving him that, I want some of it, because I don't feel half that, and I'm half his age, So I think Biden's done. He's through. His brain is just too far gone. You look at his history. He's talk about somebody being racist. He's full of race. He's full of race. And I just think, look at what Trump has done. In the time he has done it, fighting against COVID, fighting against Democrats every step of the way. I mean, impeachments and trying to charge him with this, and they're opening investigations on that. But yet he's still getting shit done. Now imagine what he could accomplish if he didn't have all them distractions.
Mm-hmm.
I always seem to end up right around the 40-second mark when I'm satisfied.
Well, that's good. I'm just letting you know what you got left, man. All right. So James has got a minute to. As soon as he stops laughing at you, he'll take a minute to counterpoint here.
That's like a personal problem, Tommy. Yeah, there's. You can look at Trump, the things that he says. He is. Something's just not right with him and the way he thinks, and with Biden and making his gaffes. Yeah, he's not the youngest bull in the bat, that's for sure. But I think if either one of them gets elected, they would be the oldest president in history, I believe.
Wow.
But yes, the Democratic Party, they do have a more of a plan going forward than Trump. Even the Republican Party don't know what to do with Trump. He's just an entertainer, and he's a great entertainer, but he's a terrible president.
Okay, I do have a couple of extra credit questions that aren't near as hard as the other ones I've given you. So, yeah. So this one we can debate, and you guys actually segued into one of them really well. Tommy, what do you think of the Democratic vice presidential candidate? How do you feel that is going to pan out?
Well, I think she's gonna become president within very, very short. I mean, I don't give it 4 or 5 months before they're gonna say, no, Biden's mind is just gone, and now we have her. And I've been saying that since like before even Harris was like announced. It's like whoever his running mate, that's the administration that's going to be going for, not Biden.
So my question for you then is, if that is the case, why put up Biden in the first place? Why not go with Kamala as the presidential nomination instead of the sidestep through Biden?
I honestly can't answer that. I don't know why they went that route. It doesn't make sense to me. It reminds me of the movie with Chris Rock where they just looked for like this candidate that would just suck for whatever reason. You could just blame it on the candidate being dumb when they lost, and he ended up winning. I don't know if you guys know the movie or not, but that's what I thought of when Biden came out. I mean, he's finished up. He's through. We all know that. I think James knows that. I think everybody knows that. So why they picked him as the fall guy or the transition guy, I really don't know.
Okay. And James, what do you feel about Pence and Trump's vice president? What does he bring to the Republican Party?
No offense, but Pence scares me. He's just he scares. He's have you ever heard of the author David Icke and his theory, the reptilian theory?
Okay.
Where a lot of the majority of the or some of the politicians are reptilians and they're hatched.
Oh yes, I have heard that. Yes, from a different planet.
I think Pence is a reptilian. He does scare me.
Well, hey, I'm the mothership, and I didn't bring him, so
Hey, yeah,
he had to catch a ride somewhere else.
But with regards to Harris, when I was a private investigator in San Francisco, and she was the attorney general. I've seen her work, and she's a no nonsense, hard nosed, law enforcement type person. So yeah, she's going to be going places.
Okay. All right. One of the other extra credit ones that I was thinking of is poverty. I even saw it said in the chat a little bit about how poverty is expressed and how minimum wage affects that poverty and what can be done for those people that are caught in the middle, people that are not are below the poverty level but can't make it in society now because of the inflation. Why don't you go ahead and start that out, James?
Oh yeah, okay, yes. This is the part where I think that we need to get away from being a capitalist country, and we need to become a more socialist country. We have a devastating poverty problem. I was just watching a video in regards to issue with the sanitation of garbage being piling up in Los Angeles because they can't go and get certain things because of services are cut. And you have maggots and things crawling in along the streets into buildings, and because they can't get to it because of the homeless issue. It starts with mental illness, not only minimum wage, but mental illness, getting services, getting a job, even trying to find a job. Some people, they need help, and we're not doing the right thing. We're throwing monies, we're throwing pennies at a problem that requires dollars, and we're not doing it the proper way. Along with helping, giving a livable wage, you need to have services to where you have mental health services. You need to have somebody that follows up with that. You need to get them into housing. And
how do you pay for these socialism based things? Is it more taxes, reallocation?
Damn right. And you do a huge tax on large companies like Amazon. Companies that are not paying any taxes whatsoever, period. You could put a per-click tax on the internet. Anything that is purchased on the internet and shipped to the United States, or somebody buys something from the United States, you put a half a penny cent tax on it, and you're going to create millions of dollars a day.
Okay. All right, Tommy, take your shot at poverty and minimum wage, and how can we do better? And what is Trump going to help us with here?
Man, I sadly am probably going to have to concede that one to James, because that is a area that I am not at all good with. I don't understand the whole minimum wage, poverty, inflation. It doesn't make sense. Everything just keeps climbing. The shit don't make sense. And honestly, what James said kind of sounds good to me.
So let me get this right. A Republican just said that he wants socialism and socialist type programs to help a situation.
I don't know the answer, so I can't actually say I do. I can't say that I don't. I don't know the answer. I'd have to be straight up. It's a problem that I don't have a suggested answer for.
And I don't know.
That's fine. I'm not trying to bully you or anything like that. I'm just.
Well, I feel very bullied at them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I seriously don't.
You can hit me up later. You can cry on my shoulder later. Okay.
But it's something I seriously. I don't know. I don't know the resolution to it. I don't have the faintest idea.
Okay.
I don't know if my answer is the right answer. I don't know if it'll work, but I know that what we've been trying isn't working.
All right. Yeah, actually, the last one I was going to talk about is socialism. We keep segueing into what I'm going to say. So now, what, Tommy, you're first on this one. First, understanding socialism and how it works and how it doesn't work. What can you bring forward? What do you think about having more socialistic, obviously a socialistic whole government? We've been proven everywhere it really doesn't work. But more socialism in specific areas. What do you have there?
There are certain areas that I believe it would be helpful.
Okay.
I kind of want to keep those areas to myself.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
but there are areas that I do believe in somewhat of a socialistic idea.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's probably the best idea, but my own personal beliefs, I think it would work in cases. But as far as having a totally socialistic country, no, we all know that's not going to work. Right. There's got to be a fine line of give and take, going back and forth. There's got to be a way for it to mesh and work together. I don't think there's a 100%. It's going to work if we go this route, or it's going to work if we just go with that route when they're too so far spread. Find a way to mesh. That's the problem with, I think, a big part of the country and the politicians now is they're too busy battling instead of trying to figure out solutions together.
I agree with that too, 100%. Not even from a non-biased point, just seeing the fact that our government cannot work together based on these two parties right now, that they're so busy battling each other, they would rather beat the other guy than fix the problem for the public. That's my view completely. I just feel like the Democrats don't whatever the Republicans say, they don't want it, even if it's good. And same. Republicans, anything the Democrats say, oh hell no, we're not doing that.
And that's what both of their campaigns are. The Democrat and the Republican. It's not about what they're going to do. It's about what the other party isn't going to do. Well, I don't care about what's not going to be done. I want to hear what's going to be done. Very
true. All right, let's hear it, James.
Here he goes.
Here we go. All right, hold on. Here it comes.
Socialist, I think we should be more of like a socialist democratic country. You have Germany, which is a democratic republic. You have Denmark and Holland and Belgium, which are more socialist countries and that are successful socialist countries. I think that healthcare, education should be free, completely free. there, you have the argument of people will not want to work. They just want to be lazy on the system, and just get by. Well, you already have that. And if you have a system where everybody helps one another, and you need it, you're always going to have the lackadaisy gallop that are just going to goof off. But having a society where you put emphasis on education rather than making a dollar, to me, is a little bit better of a society. And I think it would, leading by example for our children, it would be a better example that way than, hey, grab that pussy and get that dollar, or listen to that music, or look at that piece of artwork.
Gotcha. All right, I do have one more. I thought I didn't have one, but you guys brought it up, and I'm going to go there. So, all right, I personally, healthcare is an issue. James, what do you think we can do to help healthcare? You say you want it to be free. We all know there's no such thing as free.
It should be.
Where does the money come from?
No, I think it should be. I think healthcare is a human right. You are you have a right to the best healthcare you can get that we can provide. Period.
But where does that money come from for those machines, those $1 million machines that are made?
We spend money on that instead of tax incentives.
So it's a reallocation
to a socialistic government. You allocate those funds to those type of projects. You allocate funds to curing diseases, curing things that kill people, curing mental, schizophrenia. Do research on things that are taking people's lives, on dementia, and all these other diseases, cancers, and that's where we need to spend our money on. We don't need to spend it on our next iPhone 17. We don't need a new iPhone. We need cures for cancers.
Gotcha. All right. Last but not least, Tommy, what are you thinking about healthcare? And is it a good system now? What can we do to change it? Go.
No, it's not a good system now. It's not affordable now. I mean, here, I don't make little enough to get assisted health care, but I don't make enough to be able to afford it on my own. So right now I currently run without health care. And I do have problems that I could definitely use doctors for that I'm going without because I can't afford health care. The need to open up the healthcare, let the companies become more competitive in pricing so it can become affordable. As far as should it be free to everybody, I've said that, man, it'd be nice to move to Canada, free healthcare, but we all know people, resellers in Canada, they're paying for it in other ways, so I mean, I guess it's one of those things where it's a give and take. If you want the free healthcare, you're obviously going to pay for it in other ways. Which is more beneficial? Shit, I don't know. All I know is if you wanna take and charge me more taxes to give me healthcare, cool, I'm down with that. But don't suck me dry on it either. But I understand medicine's expensive, but medicine in the US is way more expensive than it is in any other country. Why can't we have medication fees and treatment fees like they have everywhere else in the world? If we could take a combination of a little bit of all of that, I think we could make healthcare affordable or free for everybody. But it's too much of big business here. It's way too much big business. Pharmaceutical business is big business. Cancer treatment. you mentioned finding cures for cancer, James. They don't want to find a cure. There's too much money in people having cancer. If you cure it, where are they going to make their money? Mental health too. They make a lot more money. And we deal with it in our household. They make a lot more money off of treating the ongoing mental health than they would resolving it. And that's just America for you, and that needs to change.
Nope, I agree. I'll tell you a little story. Heather went to the emergency room in September. She was having a strange pain. We went to the emergency room because we were worried. We're getting up in the age, and it was in a spot near her heart and her lungs, so we were a little worried. We went in. We went through some tests. They couldn't find this, so they did some other tests, and I got the bill 2 days ago. She's fine, by the way. They never found anything. Our part of it is $5,600 for a 2-hour emergency room visit. Now, something has to change. I have insurance. That's with insurance. That's just crazy to me. And I'm not trying to play on anybody's, boohoo me. I know everybody out there is dealing with the same kind of problems. Well, if you do get health insurance, either the premiums are out the roof so you can get decent coverage, or you pay little premiums and your deductibles are so high you're never going to be able to pay them off anyway. So I am with both of you. Something needs to change in healthcare.
Absolutely.
I'm extremely lucky. I have VA benefits. My medical that I've had so far is over 6 figures if I had to pay it out of pocket, and I could not afford that.
Well, but yours is from.
If you had an emergency room visit where you had, God forbid, a heart attack, and you were out for a week in the hospital, the hospital bill, how would you pay that? That's not right. It should be covered, and it should not be something that can destroy your whole family and your whole life because of a bill from the doctor.
Absolutely.
I agree. I'm with you both on this. Like I said, I don't care who wins, the Democrats, Republicans, the Libertarians, the Green Party. But we do need to do something about healthcare. It is a mess. Obamacare, I think, was a step in the right direction, but it just got so screwed up that it never was what was ever intended, and it had lasting effects that are going to be hard to overcome. And I'm not even saying that from a Democratic, it being Democrat. Our health system is a mess.
It is.
There was a nice plan that was brought out back in 89, 90 by the Universal Health Plan by actually at that time Hillary Clinton, and it was destroyed.
Oh yeah, no, and even Obama has said this is not what I brought to the table. Mm-hmm. It was diced and sliced and moved and cut and then gave to us, and we're like, what the hell is this shit? No, thank you. Let's try again. So, all right. So, guys, do you have anything else you want to say? Thanks, Tracy.
And go Chargers. Go Bolts.
Anything you want to say, Tommy?
Yeah, I just feel that I don't think Trump's got 100% a correct plan, idea, thought of what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that Harris does either. I think they're both screwed up parties to an extent, and I agree. We need fresh, new, non-battling people. I mean, we need people that are going to work together no matter what. And there's just too much fighting. And I think this is going to be a nasty election. I don't think there's a win outcome either way. I really don't think there's a win outcome. I think there's going to be a bunch of turmoil after the election results, no matter who wins. I think there's just going to be a lot of noise, a lot of problems, a lot of hatred, a lot of violence in places, and that's shameful. That is just shameful. I believe the politicians are turning us against each other, and we need to not let that happen. We need, as American people, to basically say, fuck these politicians, and we need to come together and stand together, no matter what route it goes. And
how do you do that? What is the vehicle to make that happen?
You get rid of every single incumbent. Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. Get rid of Pelosi, yes. Get rid of Trump, yes. Get rid of McConnell, yes. Get new people in there. Get rid of these career politicians. Put term limits on senates and representatives. Get rid of the electoral college.
I agree with that one as well. We have Senator Orrin Hatch has been in the Senate for like 40-something years, 42 years, 46 years or something. And I'm with you. I think, and I'm not even anti-Orrin Hatch. It's just we need new thought processes in those key, seats. It's not evolving.
I do look up Andrew Yang.
Yeah,
you look and you do your own research.
Sure. But again, guys, all of this is just our opinions. One of the things that we did want to bring to this is that you guys go and look for yourselves. Look up what Tommy has said about Trump and see what you feel, and what James has said about Trump, and or vice versa. What Tommy said about Harris and Biden, and make an informed decision. Don't listen to the media.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care who you listen to. Every media outlet nowadays, in my opinion, is biased. If you listen to this one, it's going to be biased towards this. If you're listening to this one, you have to go and do the research yourself. Just like, a lot of us here are resellers. I can tell you all kinds of things to look to sell, but to make it right, you need to go do the research and see what you can make it sell. Same thing in politics, I feel. You really need to go and do the research yourself. Come to a good, don't just vote Republican across the board because you've always been a Republican. Republicans have not always been Republicans. So, and same with the Democrats, go and look at the individual people and look at what they believe in and what they're saying they're going to bring to the table, and make an honest, intelligent decision. Okay, I got off my soapbox now. All right. So, anything else either one of you have to say about anything? We're at an hour and 13, 14 minutes.
Yeah. So. James, you got anything in closing?
Nope.
All right. Well, other than that,
still your buddy.
Oh, absolutely. That's the whole point, Yeah. And James, I want to thank you for coming on and doing this. Like I say, this wasn't a real big, serious, get down to it type debate, but it was fun. I think it was good. Dwayne, I thank you for coming in, being the moderator. I appreciate everybody coming in chat and joining. I was watching. I wasn't ignoring anything. I was watching a lot of comments. I didn't highlight them or acknowledge them because I didn't want to influence.
Right. I was looking at them as well.
Yep. Either way, we got 25 people watching, 22 thumbs up. I'm very happy with that. I'm impressed.
And we had up to like 35 there for a while. So.
Yep. So if you could hit the thumbs up on the way out, and if you didn't like the topic, just like that, we're all able to get together and have a good time.
Oh wait, don't go yet. I want to see in the chat, based on the debate, do you vote for the bargain effect, TBE, or the Cali Picker? Type into the chat. Let's see what we got.
All right, let's see.
All right, guys. So based on our debate, not on what political party, do you vote for TBE or California Picker?
Yeah, thank you guys for showing people that there can be civilized conversation between both parties. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I do see that we have Joe Resling from the Family Flips in. Hey, how you doing? I also seen that we had Shane. He jumped in here and joined us. Good to see you, man. Rise and grind picker. Ma Paul, everybody that's jumping in late. I appreciate you guys being here. It was great. We had a good time.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of TBE,
A lot of
James.
TV here.
Man. Just me. So, yep, more TBEs. Yeah, I think he has a little bit bias on that because it is his channel, so he's going to have more people. But I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if he changed any minds, James.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make this a comments video, and Dwayne, you rebroadcast it on your channel and see if that changes.
No.
Can't have my Bud Light. Nope.
Let's see. We even got a land shark picker voting for himself. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, I forgot. Des reminded me last night about our bet. I forgot all about that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering. I don't know if you have any plans, but see now I don't know. That's going to be all screwed up because some places are allowing counts to be counted for 7 days after and shit. But I was gonna say let's go live during the announcement together, James. And
I wouldn't mind that. I don't think it's going to be announced that night. That's for sure.
No, we'd have to stay live for a long time.
Yeah, because I think I want to say Pennsylvania has agreed to 3 days afterwards to still count the votes.
Oh, and I also wanted to ask, Dad's Vintage Garage, did we say your trip word enough that you got drunk?
Hey, I got one vote, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, you got a couple. And then Mel says TBE, but they still love James. So there you go. Yeah, no, it wasn't supposed to be a competition. I just wanted to be, we might as well put tongue in cheek and do a little bit more, Who won?
Yes, I should have had my Trump mask on.
What count? I don't understand the count. Can anyone explain? Mel, are you talking about the vote count?
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, well, I think the issue is there's a lot of beings that there's going to be a lot of mail-in votes and absentee ballots. They're giving an extra couple of days to make sure all those come in before they say.
But Joe's got a good point here. It could be such a landslide that they're able to announce it quickly.
Very true. Yeah. Yep, that's very true. I think they usually call it at the end of the night, basically, but not officially call it.
Right.
Say, hey, okay, Biden's ahead by 5 points, but we have 100,000 votes still to come in or whatever.
And really, we all know, no matter who's called, it's going to be contested.
And I think no election has ever been called on election night, ever.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Exactly. So there we go.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. We're going to shut it down. I still got to make some steaks for dinner.
Ooh.
Hope everybody had fun.
And appreciate everybody coming in. And with that, I guess we're out. So.
What's up?